Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. I feel like we have not been together in like forever. Miss a week, and it's just like, that's a long time. I don't like to do that. How are you guys? Make sure you guys can all hear me okay. Yay! Awesome. Awesome. Thank you all for being here. And happy Father's Day to any of our dads in the house. Hope you're having a wonderful day. We gave my hubby a specially made coffee mug. I found them at Walmart. I mean, they're nothing spectacular, but they were really cool. You get to take it apart, and there's special paper inside where you can put the kids' fingerprints on, and they can color on it and sign it, and then you put this paper back in the mug and you screw it back together, and voila, it's a custom coffee mug with the kids' handprints, and he loved it. So that was really cool. And then right after the show, we were boogieing off to go take him out to dinner. He doesn't know where yet. Yes, I have my fun shirt on tonight. It's Cookie Monster. This is one of those fun cookie days. So yes, right after the show, we're going to dinner and gonna keep celebrating with him because he is a great dad. And they're up there playing on their computers, playing. My little ones have gotten into this new game called Minecraft. I don't know, anybody got kids into that? It's like the game to have. And so Noah earned his first, and he's earned it by taking out the trash and cleaning up his room and doing all this stuff. And they've been putting stamps on their little chart on the refrigerator, and he finally earned enough, and he got his. And Rachel took a little bit longer, but what was really cool is that she was like, $2 or $3 short of making her goal, and he had started to build some more back up, so he offered his to her. So they're so cute. So she has Minecraft today. Now they're both playing Minecraft, and there's no stopping it. There is just no stopping it. That generation is all about the computers. Computer games. So yeah, so that's what everybody is doing upstairs today. So if you are here or watching for the first time, we do record all of these shows in segments now. So if you wanted to go back and just watch a particular segment of the show, you can just go on over to YouTube and catch just that segment, rewind, look at something, all that good stuff. There's the URL. Thank you, April. It's youtube.com/user/the Danni App. And or you can just go to YouTube even and search the Danni App. You'll find my channel, find all those, as well as putting all the shows over there. I'm also making different how-to videos. I've got to get back into my what I bought at auction roundup videos. You guys find those really popular. I love to do them to where I've sold the items then and can give an update when I make the video and actually show you the results of that. So you don't just think I'm, throwing numbers out there. I know those shows like American Pickers and Pawn Stars, they always are, oh yeah, this is going to sell for, for $600, when in reality, we have no way of knowing if that's true. So I really want to be able to back up, what I'm teaching you guys, because I want you to be able to take this information and go make tons of money. So I have some exciting stuff on my desk for tonight as we get into that segment later. I finally unpacked my bags from Seattle. I have been traveling all over, and as many of you probably know, I was at Seattle, I came home, and then last week I was up in San Francisco for a little conference, came back, and then I got invited up to the eBay campus to discuss something that is very exciting, is the new community boards. How many of you tend to visit or stay away from the eBay discussion boards and the community boards? Stay away, don't go there, used to. Yeah, and I bet I know why. I bet the word is negativity. Am I right? Meanies. Negativity. Yes, yes, yes. Same here. Same here. I used to be a very avid user of the discussion boards. I spent a lot of time there, and I actually was one of those negative Nellies. I know some of you might remember that. I could feed into those threads like anybody's business, and that tends to be what happens is you can get, kind of one person starting the ball rolling and venting, and then it just spirals into this, oh, yeah, me too kind of thing. And there's no real good that comes of that except getting you very frustrated with eBay, very frustrated with your business, and all of that. And a couple years ago, I don't know, 2, 3 years ago now, I made a switch. I made a switch in my thinking about this business that I had. And it kind of goes along with something I heard a speaker say this past week that I heard. And it's as simple as changing one word in your mind. You can go from I have to I get to. We get to wake up every day and sell on eBay. So not to get too far off course, because I want to keep us on schedule tonight, but I kind of made that switch in my thinking of, nobody's forcing me to be here on eBay. Nobody's forcing me to put up with this. I am choosing to, and I get to. This is like a really cool thing. So, am I an eBay cheerleader? I am an eBay cheerleader, absolutely. But I am the first to tell you when I don't agree with something eBay's doing, too. So I keep it real, and I keep it the way it works for me in my business. And you can take what you want from that and ignore the rest. I found what works really good for me, and I find that my business is as successful as I want it to be, and I try to teach others that too. So that's where we're at. I don't mean to go on a tangent on that. So I went up to the eBay campus to discuss they are revamping the discussion boards, and the biggest thing in that is that they're so how many of you know kind of how a website works to where you have different little plugins and things that, kind of make the whole thing work? I've learned more and more about this as, I've developed the Danni App site because everything is a plugin, to the WordPress thing. So believe it or not, eBay works pretty much the same way. All of these parts and pieces that function are coming from different sources. And this one in particular was being run by LiveWorld. LiveWorld was the platform the discussion forums were built on. LiveWorld is no longer going to be the platform. They are switching over to Lithium. Yes, Lithium. Lithium is the platform, and yes, they also do the moderation. Now, when we talk about the moderation, Joyce is saying this in the chat room, that is the technical policing, if you will, of policy violations and the such, and looking for very blatant things. Because that moderation is not coming from people who really know eBay and the lingo and the language, because let's face it, we have our own language. So they were very interested to know, and they had about 10 of us there. 3 of us actually don't go to the discussion boards anymore. That was myself, Chris Taylor of Page Mage, and Jason Smith of Thrifting with the Boys. So we are not discussion board users, but we have our communities. That's you guys. So these other people in the room were very, very avid discussion board users, which made for a very lively day because it was almost like a live discussion board, if you will. Yeah, nice enough people, but there was a couple of them in the room that had that very it's never going to work attitude. There were some that were extremely passionate and felt that they had to get the word out of everything that was not fair, when in fact one of these people in particular, we had a really good discussion on the final night all 5 stars, 100% feedback, yet he's just so upset with eBay. And I'm like, why? Why? Your business is going good. None of these horrible bad things are happening to you. It's all good. You're making money. Yeah. So it was very interesting. So we got to get a little sneak preview of the little facelift that the boards are going to go through, and it actually may get me back over there. Now, I'm not 100% sure because there's going to be a lot of the same people over there, but they're going to be doing things like when you first come to the page, right now, it's kind of like boring, if you will, a lot of text, just a lot of. They're going to have some different features. You're going to incorporate some graphics, pictures, which may actually come from users of the boards, videos, if you will. They really want to bring community together. I asked the question of them, what is eBay's goal with the community boards? Because I think for anything we do, we have to know what the basis is of why we're doing it. Their real focus is on bringing sellers and buyers together to talk on these boards. I love that idea. That would be useful. Don't you guys agree? Anybody think that'd be a cool thing? Bringing us, in better contact with potential customers? Absolutely. So I love that idea. I also love that they are going to be building this community by using pictures and videos. Now, anyone here have an Instagram account? I have to confess, I don't yet, but I will tell you, I am getting one. This is what eBay is going to be pulling the pictures from. Instagram, it's another one of those social networking sites, so definitely something you want to look into. So there's some really good changes coming. Now, those of you are kind of talking about the pinks. In the past, the pinks were eBay employees who spoke up on the boards. There's still going to be an eBay presence, and many of us were pushing for a greater presence because a lot of times we want to know that we're being heard and problems are going to the right place. They're just no longer going to be pinks, they're going to be blues. So they're still going to be there. Let's see, what else? See, there's some stuff I just can't tell you that I would love to tell you, but I just can't tell you yet. We're going to be able to do what they call kudos. Kind of on the order of Facebook likes. You're going to be able to kudos somebody's answer. And that should make it a little more fun. I can't tell. I can't. They'll never invite me to another thing again if I tell all. We were told what we could let you guys know. Let's see. So kudos. And another really cool thing is when you ask a question, if you start a thread, you're going to see answers and you're going to get to approve specific answers that come in. And what that's going to do is show others which answers the original poster found useful. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be, but it's going to be the answer that was found the most useful, which probably will be close to the right answer. So that's yet to be seen how that's going to work out, but you still can see all the answers, but it's just going to fine-tune what you're seeing a little better. So here's the deal, guys. This is actually going live on the eBay Canada site this coming week, which is ebay.ca. If you guys want to go, check it out, play around with it, see what it looks like, do all that stuff, go for it. It's going out there this week. After that, it's rolling out to Spain. And then sometime in July, it is coming to the ebay.com site. So there you go. Now, if you guys do go over and use the ebay.ca, the Canadian site, and you run into any glitches, bugs, problems other than people problems, by all means, if you would send an email to me at danni@thedanniapp.com. It's really helpful if you can include things like a screenshot or at the very minimum the browser that you're in. I can get those sent straight over to the team that is working on this to make sure things run smoothly as they launch this into the .com site. So some exciting stuff. I have to say that I am probably going to go back and check out those boards a little more and see about connecting with customers. Gonna be much better organized, easier to find things. Just overall, some really good improvements. I'm very happy with what I saw, and it was very cool. We had John Donahoe come in the room, and you know, the guy is busy. He's the CEO of eBay Inc. He doesn't have to give us the time of day. But he does, and he did, and he listened. He went around and got to know every single seller that was in the room, and was genuinely interested in what we had to say. And I got to tell you, these were not all cheerleaders in the room. I actually was slinking down in my seat a little bit as there was one person who was a bit on the aggressive side and confrontational, and he let his voice be heard. And you know, John, great guy. He just sat there and told him, thank you for letting me know this, you know. And yeah, he's down to earth. You feel like you can be on a first name basis with him. Where are the community boards? If you go to ebay.com, up in the upper right hand corner, you're going to see community. I believe that's what it is. Joyce, correct me if I'm wrong. Let's see. Let me look. Yeah, it says community, and then it says discussion forums. And you can find them there. Yep. So good stuff, guys. There's good stuff coming. I've got more to tell you about this trip. I had a very interesting person sit next to me on the plane ride over, and I've got some really great info to share with you in a later segment. So I will get to that in just a bit. But let me let you know that this segment was brought to you by Outright.com, where you guys, if you're not keeping track of your numbers, it is time to start. Go check out Outright.com. Free account. The free account, the biggest difference, guys, free account will keep 12 months of data. The pro account will keep numerous years of data and help with creating your Schedule C and things like that. Okay? So, there we go. Outright.com. Check them out. No reason not to go sign up for that free account today.
Who let them cows out? Moo, moo, moo.